Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session. I am so excited to introduce and to host our presenters today who are from BDC. We have Maude, who is the Director of Procurement at BDC. And we also have Alysha, who is a Senior Advisor in Process Improvement for Procurement at BDC. So today's session is going to be on supplier diversity and how you can diversify your suppliers as a business owner. So to the people who have attended, I'm so happy to see you all here. And if you do have any questions, please leave them in the chat or in the Q&A. And how today's session is going to be broken up is Maude's going to be presenting and Alysha is going to be presenting separately. So after Maude's presentation, she will answer those questions. And after Alysha's presentation, she will answer your questions. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the chat or in the Q&A. I'm going to pass that along to you now.
Thank you, Shisoba. Good day, everyone. We are so pleased to be with you today to present this webinar on supplier diversity as part of a new partnership that we signed between Founders Fund and BDC. So my name is Maude Pariseau, and I'm the Director of Procurement at the Business Development Bank of Canada, also known as BDC. I will provide you first in a few minutes with a brief overview of BDC, what are our activities and who we are. Alysha?
Hi, everyone. My name is Alysha Mohammed. I am the Process Improvement Specialist of Procurement at BDC. And hopefully after this presentation, you'll have an even better understanding of BDC's Supplier Diversity Program.
So let's start. Here's our agenda for today. So first, I will introduce you to BDC, talking about the activities and who we are. After that, Alysha will speak to you about what is supplier diversity and what is BDC's own supplier diversity program. So first, who is BDC? We are a bank of entrepreneurs. Actually, we are the only Canadian bank that is devoted exclusively to entrepreneurs. So we do complement the role that's being played by private sector financial institutions. So we do work with all other financial institutions. And we are profitable, operating at no cost to the Canadian taxpayer. And we have a sole shareholder who is the Government of Canada. In addition, we are very proud to be the first financial institution in Canada to receive the B Corp certification. So B Corps are businesses that act in ways that benefit society as a whole, rather than focusing solely on making profits. Here you have an overview of how our business is structured. So in a nutshell, we have three different type of activities, three different services. We have financing, which are term loans, and they constitute over 90% of our portfolio. Also, we have capital. So through our investment arm, BDC Capital, we offer a full spectrum of specialized risk capital, including venture capital, growth, and business transition capital. Also, we have advisory services. So we provide advice on a lot of different topics. It can be marketing, finance, risk, etc. And all of these non-financial services to the entrepreneurs are regrouped under our advisory services business unit. BDC is a Crown corporation with a very clear mandate, which is to support Canadian entrepreneurs by providing financial and management services with a particular focus on small and medium businesses. As I mentioned before, BDC is financially sustainable, but we take on higher risk transactions. Maybe just to give you an idea of BDC's reach, we have more than 2,400 employees and 123 business centers across the country. And thanks to our national presence, we are able to reach entrepreneurs in each region of Canada. We have the privilege to work and support 62,000 entrepreneurs across the country. And we have 36.5 billion in capital that is already committed to small and medium-sized businesses. We are very proud also of our client satisfaction rate, which is at 94%. One of BDC's most important role is to support entrepreneurs during difficult times. And that mission has never been more critical than during the COVID-19 pandemic. So BDC had to step up to deliver relief to entrepreneurs in a time of great need. You can find a lot of information on BDC's specific programs for COVID on bdc.ca. Yes, now topic more about women. So accelerate the growth of women entrepreneurs. As Canada's development bank, we want to grow the company's entrepreneurial community and ensure that we have greater impact on more business owners. So we have this particular interest, in addition to what I just mentioned. We are very focused on the success of underserved groups like women entrepreneurs and other minorities. A few years back, we decided actually to take a leadership role in advancing women entrepreneurship in all fronts: financing, partnership, capital, and mentorship. And although we are showing significant improvement when it comes to lending to more women, we still have a long way to go because, as you know, women still face many challenges. Diversity makes good business sense. So we do know that we have an important role to play in promoting diversity in other aspects of our own activities and not just financing. So diversity and inclusion is part of BDC culture. We were one of the first financial institutions in Canada to sign the Black North Pledge. And we do understand also that our team and our suppliers must be as diverse as the entrepreneurs we serve. As such, BDC is committed to expanding the presence of diverse suppliers in its procurement process and have developed and launched a formal supplier diversity program in 2019. So working with organizations such as Founders Fund and also certifying organizations like CCAB, CAMC, WeBe Canada, We Connect International, and CGLCC. This has given us the chance to discover the best practices, to get to know the entrepreneurs and their business and look at ways they could become potential suppliers for BDC based on the services or the products they have to offer. So just before we jump to the description of what is supplier diversity and also what is BDC supplier diversity program, here are a few interesting facts. So based on a US study, did you know that 85%, really 85% of consumer purchasing decisions are influenced by women, whether if it's a product or service for men or if it's purchased by a man, while only, I said only, but it's even less than 1% of corporate spend goes towards women-owned businesses. So we can say that this is a US stat, this is probably different in Canada, but is it really? Is it Alysha? Yes, thank you. It's not that different actually, because when we look at the numbers that were provided by WeBe Canada a few years back, the story is the same, it's similar. Only 5% of corporate and government contracts are awarded to women-owned businesses. So it's again significant. We can see how the playing field is not leveled yet. And this situation is the same with the other underrepresented groups.
So what is supplier diversity? Supplier diversity programs are very well known in the US and more present in Canada. To name a few companies who have supplier diversity programs, we have the main banks like RBC, BMO, TD, CIBC, but there's also companies like Kellogg's, Staples, and Walmart. Supplier diversity programs have similar objectives: to give an opportunity to underrepresented groups, to be introduced into larger corporation supply chains, and have a fair chance to bid for contracts. When a diverse supplier wins a contract with a large corporation or the government, this contract helps to scale and grow their business. It also adds great value and credibility to the client portfolio and opens up doors. With regards to soft skills, diverse suppliers are provided the chance to grow in terms of business acumen, professional development, and business connections. So who do we consider underrepresented communities? There's women, Indigenous people, the LGBT community, people with disabilities, veterans, and visible minorities. The majority of organizations considered as a diverse supplier is a company that's owned and managed by at least 51% from people from these groups. So let's do some myth busting. What supplier diversity is not. A common misconception is that diversity is a quota system or a social program designed to benefit selected groups while adding little to no value to the bottom line. That's simply not the case. As you saw from the previous slides, yes, there are important benefits to underrepresented groups, but also to companies having these programs in place. So the BDC Supplier Diversity Program, what is that exactly? We want to provide eligible suppliers with visibility on our purchasing opportunities. It covers all purchases regardless of the amount. 3 groups are eligible: certified diverse suppliers, B Corps, and BDC clients. Also to note, do note that these conditions are not cumulative, and metrics on the performance of each group are looked at separately. As for diverse suppliers, we mostly include suppliers that are certified to make sure the program benefits to the right people. There's also a common misconception that large companies only have big purchases. As you can see from this slide, it's simply not the case. Most of BDC's purchases are actually under 100,000, with the majority of single transactions under 25,000. There are opportunities for every size of business. So BDC purchases a wide variety of goods and services. What do we buy? Many of you may wonder what a bank buys exactly. BDC buys in different sectors, similar to any other large organization. We have business intelligence, human resources, professional services, technology, corporate services, marketing and communications, and real estate and facilities. If you go to bdc.ca, you'll also find a detailed list of products and services that we purchase. So how does the program work? What do we do concretely? BDC's procurement rules are different from the federal government requirements. They're far more flexible and agile. How does it impact our supplier diversity program? Our supplier diversity program gives the following recommendations to internal buyers in order to raise awareness on our purchasing opportunities. So, for instance, if the bid is less than 50,000, when only one bid is required, we normally recommend to select an eligible supplier. If the bid is between 50 to 500,000, we must ask for at least 3 bids, and we recommend to invite at least 1 supplier. And if the bid is more than 500,000, we need to do a public posting because of the estimated value, and buyers must send courtesy email to all potential eligible suppliers. Since COVID, we also send emails to all councils about the public RFPs to make sure that most people see and can bid. So some potential procurement processes that we're looking at for 2021 to 2022 that will be handled by the procurement team. This list was longer, but there is some uncertainty related to COVID. but these needs are 90% confirmed. Many other needs will be confirmed in the upcoming months. We also have to keep in mind that business units also make purchases on their own. How do we make sure you will be contacted if there is a need, in your business area? It's simple. To be part of it, register on the bdc.ca website. Make sure your company is registered. We have to know that we are able to work with you. All the information is saved on the BDC supplier database, which is consulted when we have to make a purchase. The procurement department uses it, as well as buyers from the BDC business units. It is available to all BDC employees as well. We have made great success. One of our success stories, one of them is in Pardue, a WeConnect certified business. We began working with Pardue in 2014 on a small mandate. Following the launch of BDC Supplier Diversity program, visibility on BDC's RFP opportunities increased, and today we're working on our 8th project together. Registering as a diverse supplier gave them the visibility to more purchase decisions and make more purchase decision makers at BDC. And from there, those projects have led to more referrals within BDC and opportunities to service different departments. We were also contacted last week by Pardue, and they were happy to share that because of their experience with BDC, they won a contract with another Crown corporation. In addition, these new diverse suppliers were also added to our supply chain to provide personal protective equipment for the reopening of our business centers. What you should always keep in mind is patience is key. Contracts don't close overnight, but by having the extra visibility, diverse companies can make their entrance in a large corporation supply chains. So I'd like to end with the recommendation that you visit the Founders Fund website and the BDC website. We propose a variety of free services for entrepreneurs in several formats. There's templates, articles, tools, ebooks, blogs, and some of them deal specifically with the current COVID situation. So
I see that there are no questions in the chat or in the Q&A section, but if people have any question after this presentation, after this webinar is published on Founders Fund site, you can always contact us. Our contact details do appear at the end of the presentation. So on the next slide, you will have Alysha's contact details as mine.
Yes. And we've also included the councils if they want to register, get themselves registered with any of them.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Maude and Alysha. So I actually do have a question. Just to clarify, you said that the eligible people to be a part of your diverse supplier program are people who are certified. So do you mind just elaborating more on that point, please?
Sure. In Canada, there are quite a few councils right now who do certify suppliers. So those councils are working with specific groups, depending on the minority. So for instance, for Indigenous people, we have CANC and CCAB who do work with those communities. We have CGLCC who works with this LGBT plus community, IWSCC with the persons with disabilities. For the veterans also, it's also IWSCC who register them, who certify them, sorry. For visible minorities, we have mainly in Canada, CANC, and for women, we have We Be Canada that we referred to during the presentation, and We Connect International. So those groups, what they do, they confirm to large organizations that the owners of the company, of the supplier, are really apart from those groups. So for instance, for women, what WeBe Canada would do, they would look at who owns the company and who controls also the company, because the owner can be different from the people who actually control the company. And that gives us the comfort also that if we want to include those suppliers in our supplier diversity program, that they are actually the right people. So we really want the program to benefit to the right people. So working with all those organizations will confirm to us that they are really owned by 51% of the community we are trying to help. And it's those certifications have, yes, benefits for us, large corporations, but they bring a lot of benefits to the suppliers, the entrepreneurs who want to be a member of those councils. So they have mentorship programs, they have a lot of coaching, they have networks, so entrepreneurs can talk to other entrepreneurs coming from the same community. They have also large events where they have different meeting, like they have round tables. They have also individual meetings where people can meet with a lot of procurement directors from many organizations at the same time and during the same event. So for instance, I can be at a table, so someone can come to me, see if their marketing services could be a great fit for BDC, and right after they can just go to the next table if it's an in-person event, or even virtually. We do the same now, but they can walk to the table beside mine where Bell Canada is there, or where Walmart is, and meet the people, the procurement people from those companies. So it's really a direct access. It's an opportunity that usually they don't have if they are not members of those certifying councils. So it brings a lot of benefit. So if any of you are interested in becoming a member of those large certifying organizations, there are a lot of information on the internet, but you can also reach out to us, and we can put you in contact with the right group for you.
Awesome. Thank you for clarifying that. And also, I think a question that maybe our viewers or attendees may ask when they're going through this presentation is, how does the bidding process work for people who are in this diverse supplier program? Are you in a bidding process with other people who are in the diverse supplier program, or are you in a bidding process with everyone? If you can elaborate a bit on that.
Sure. So Alysha showed you that we have three ways of granting contracts. So either we can go directly, as we call it, sole sourcing. So we can decide with which supplier we want to work. We can do that for what we call the lower value contracts. But if you look at the amount, I think she showed it was up to $50,000. So it's more than 90%, 99% actually of our spend that goes this way. So we can decide with who we will work. And when it's the case, if we know that there's a certified diverse supplier who would be good at doing, providing the service that we need, we can go directly to that entrepreneur without asking bids from other companies. There are some cases, because we are a CRAD corporation, and we want to make sure also, as any other company, that we are selecting the right supplier, the right product for our needs. So we do need from a certain threshold to go to market to obtain a certain amount of bids. So for instance, between $50,000 and $500,000, we will select the supplier of our choice that will be part of the bidding process. So usually we ask for 3 quotes. They can come from diverse suppliers only, or they can come from non-diverse suppliers. But because of the Supplier Diversity program, we want to have at least one bid that is coming from a certified diverse supplier. And by the way, it does happen also that we go just to diverse suppliers in order to be able to increase their number in our own supply chain. For instance, I think it was 3 weeks ago, more or less, that we needed extra masks for the opening of our offices. And what we decided to do, because we knew that there were diverse suppliers, like a lot of diverse suppliers that could provide us with this specific product, we decided to invite only diverse suppliers, certified ones that were already registered on our website and with the different councils. So this way, it was actually a way for us to have more diverse supplier included at that point within our supply chain. And when the purchase, we estimate that it will be a major purchase, so over $500,000. We do not have the choice to go to market, and publish the RFP. So this is what we call a public RFP. It's published on mercs.com, and everyone in Canada can see and even outside of Canada can see that we do have a need. So everyone can bid on those RFPs. So usually there are more competitions for those ones. But what we do to make sure that diverse suppliers can see that we have a need, we make sure that we send courtesy emails to all the diverse suppliers and BDC clients and B Corps who can provide that type of service. We make sure that we send them a courtesy email saying that we have this procurement opportunity. It's posted on Mercs, and we send them the link. So this way they have more visibility compared to other entrepreneurs who wouldn't be part of that list and who wouldn't be certified. So I don't know if it answers her question. She's about one thing that maybe we just went a little bit quickly on that topic is about the assumptions. Because yes, we do have a supplier diversity program, but as a business, we really want to make sure that the product and the services that we buy, they do comply with our requirements. So it's not because someone is a certified diverse supplier that they will automatically obtain a contract with us if the offer doesn't meet our requirements. So as in any business, we want to make sure that what we buy is the right thing for us. And we want to make sure also that the prices are aligned to the market. So if a supplier gives us a proposal which is 5 times more expensive than the other one that we receive, even if it's a diverse supplier, we will just go with the other ones because we need to make sure that our pricing is aligned to market. And the other point was number 3, what we often have, just to repeat, is that there are no extra points that are granted for the moment for a supplier, an eligible supplier that is bidding on our processes. Because when we receive many different offers, we have to rate them, we have to evaluate them, and once we receive them, all the proposals, they are all on the same level. So that means that we look at the same thing for each different proposal. So there's not an extra point. There's no extra point if you are diverse. You are evaluated the same way. Like the big advantage, benefit of being certified is, and being part of our supply diversity program, is the visibility, the awareness that you have on our procurement opportunities. And most of the programs work the same with the large companies.
Thank you for clarifying that. So it seems like a very beneficial program for our members here at Founders Fund. As you were saying, people who are women identified as well as minority are really grow from this program in terms of their business. So this will be a great opportunity for our members. So do you have any takeaways that you can provide for our members in terms of what is the importance of these type of programs for members like ours at Founders Fund?
Mm-hmm. Do you know what? If there was no gap between all the different entrepreneurs and suppliers. Like if all the companies were owned with by the same type of people, like those programs wouldn't exist. And we have to leverage those programs. So we know that there is a gap between as we were showing at the beginning, there's a gap between the number of contracts that are granted to women-owned companies versus men. So we really have, yes, there's a gap. We want to level the playing field, but what will help to level it is to benefit from those programs. So women and minorities can have more visibility on our need. So they should really obtain that certification and make sure that they do participate and take all the advantages that come with it. It's like a shortcut to get to us, large organization, and don't be shy to take it. And I really have also to reinforce the fact that we do want those programs to work. So it's not just, as Alysha was saying, a good action that we are taking, that we are doing. It's not quotas. It's not that. We really want to make sure that all entrepreneurs have the same chance. So please, when you see an organization that do have a supplier diversity program, don't hesitate to mention that you are a woman, that you have a woman-owned company, that it's a minority-owned company, because all large organizations are actually looking for minority-owned businesses. And we see that more and more large organizations have those programs in place because they want to do a difference. And don't get me wrong, we do have benefits also of using diverse suppliers as a large organization. Often we will say that we have underserved group are more innovative. So that brings innovation to us. That helps us also in other different ways. So don't be shy. You are a woman-owned company, a minority-owned company. You want to grow your business. Go and find out more about certifying organizations, and don't be shy. Come to us and we'll be more than happy to meet with you and understand what you are doing. I talk a lot, I'm sorry. But I really do see the benefits. That's why I want people just to take care of that.
And thank you so much. Now, you don't talk a lot. That was perfect. That is exactly what our entrepreneurs and founders here at Fondation need to hear, that encouragement that these are the programs that are made for you and they have a purpose. And at the end of the day, it's going to help your business and also put you into positions that, you know, it's hard to get into on your own. So thank you so much for this awesome presentation. Thank you so much, Maude. Thank you so much, Alysha. And thank you to our attendees and to people who will be watching this recording after.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.